So October has come to an end, and for all the normies out there, that means it's time to put away spooky things. But for the real ones, it goes on and on forever. So, what does 2025 still have to offer us in the way of horror thrillers? I compiled a list. These are always complicated to make because I can never get a true list. I have to look at like 15 different websites and Google 17 different ways to try to see if Netflix or Prime or Hulu or whatever. And every time I make one of these lists, of course, I end up missing tons of things because it's just impossible. I don't know how to get an accurate list of this. But these are the ones that I saw that seem to be noteworthy, at least to me. So I'm excited for all of these, and you should be too. Let's talk about it. All right. So throughout November and December, we will have to first mention, of course, that Welcome to Derry shall be airing episodes through November and December. So that's one thing, of course, to be excited for since we already have watched 2 episodes and we both agree, Kaylee and I, that that show is incredible and I can't wait to see the next 5 episodes. So that will take us into December for television. I didn't really see much in the way of television, unfortunately. There is one other thing, a big thing. We'll get there. But yeah, TV shows. Not a lot of horror going on that I could find. All right, so first thing here in the movie department, November 7th, we've got 3 films. We've got Predator Badlands first. This is a film that, I just recently saw that it really is going to be rated PG-13. I had originally thought that that was just a dig at it because people weren't liking the way the Predator looked in the trailer and were like, oh, this is going to be Disneyfied and all of that stuff. It's probably PG-13. No, it actually is PG-13. Does that concern me? Not really. I mean, it bums me out a little bit for sure. I know that the last time that this franchise tried to go PG-13, Alien versus Predator, it didn't work out so well. But I will say that this film, from what I can tell, will feature no humans. And also because of that, you will not have any cursing that would make sense, I guess. Mostly it will be a synthetic and a predator and then a bunch of alien creatures. And you can get away with a lot of gore when it's on aliens, when it's on non-human characters. As long as the blood isn't red and the animals aren't from this planet, you seem to be able to get away with whatever you want and stay PG-13. So I still think this will be pretty badass, pretty graphic. It just will still fall into that PG-13 category because of, the gore being not on humans. All right, next up there we have Die My Love. This is a film with Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson from Mubi, the studio that brought us last year's The Substance. They also have The Girl with the Needle, which almost no one has yet to see for some reason, even though it is one of the best films of this year. So definitely check that out if you have it. They also did the movie Lurker, which we reviewed last month, I think. And, 2 months ago now. But regardless, this looks really damn good. I don't know exactly what to make of it, but I'm definitely vibing with the trailer that I've seen. So really looking forward to this. Have our tickets booked for both Predator and Die My Love. So looking forward to that. Now, this one I don't have to look forward to because I've already seen it. I saw it in theaters, so if you want to see our thoughts on it, this is Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which we both loved, and we highly recommend. This will be coming to Netflix. It was in theaters. I think it probably still is in theaters currently, but it is very limited, and that is a shame because this is absolutely the best looking film I've seen all year, and it was meant to be on an IMAX or a Dolby or something, a big screen. And it is a shame that 99% of the people who are going to watch this are only going to watch it on their television. So if for some reason you can catch this in theaters, it is currently available right now in theaters from what I've seen. I think it is still airing, or playing, should I say, before it does jump onto Netflix here November 7th. So, all right, moving on to November 11th, we have the Stalker remake from Steven Kostansky, who I love the films of, whether it's The Void or Psycho Goreman or Frankie Frico or Leprechaun's Returns. This guy just makes fun flicks. I am not a big Stalker fan. I've only seen the first of the 4 original films. I did plan on watching all 4 of them, but if you haven't noticed, we've done a lot of reviews lately and haven't had a lot of time. In fact, we released 84 videos in October. 84. That actually kind of blew my mind when I went back and counted them. I was like, oh, wow, we are really overdoing it. So there you go. Stalker, November 11th. That should be on VOD according to Google. Hopefully that is accurate, because that's very soon, and I'm really looking forward to that one. It's a sword and sorcery style film. I'm sure it will have all sorts of goofy, insane, over-the-top practical effects, as one would expect with this director, and is something that I'm heavily looking forward to. So maybe I'll sneak in a Stalker marathon between now and then. We'll see. All right, moving into November the 14th, we've got 3 films here, starting with a Stephen King adaptation. This has been a stellar year for Stephen King adaptations. Welcome to Derry's happening right now, which is excellent. The Long Walk is excellent. Something else came out this year as well, did it not? I think there was another one that I really liked from this year, Stephen King, but I am blanking on it at the moment. I know the Carrie TV show is coming up, and that's Mike Flanagan. Very much looking forward to that one. But this is The Running Man. Yes, another adaptation of The Running Man. Obviously, the Arnold Schwarzenegger one was one that I've seen tons and tons of times and grew up on it. Now, this one, of course, does not look horror in the slightest. It will have a thriller action label on it, but it is Stephen King, so I thought I have to mention it here. I also have my tickets booked for that, as well as the next movie, which is Keeper, Osgood Perkins' next film, which he already released one, which is the other Stephen King movie, funny enough. There it is. The monkey. Very exciting. He already is working on his next film right now. They're casting people as we speak. Johnny Knoxville is one of those people, which was actually pretty surprising for me. But very much looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to this, the new trailer for Keeper that Kaylee and I just saw in the theater. I wish I wouldn't have seen it, to be completely honest, but what we did see in that trailer was not what I expected from this film. Some very unexpected, creepy faces. That's all I'll say. But I was like, what the hell is that? So I wasn't expecting anything like that in this movie for some weird reason, but I'm all here for anything Osgood Perkins does. I think he's one of the best horror directors currently working, and I will always look forward to something that he makes. So that, as I said, November 14th. And lastly, I don't have tickets for this because I haven't found any at AMC. I don't know if they're playing it or if they haven't sold tickets yet. This will probably be one of those movies that they wait till the last day, because there is some controversy surrounding this film, because you know how people can be. This is The Carpenter's Son, Nicolas Cage's Jesus-themed horror film. The trailer to this actually looks pretty cool. Of course, I am not religious in any way, shape, or form, so I'm 0% offended or, upset about something like this being made. But I am very much looking forward to this one, and I hope to catch it in theaters. So there you go. The Carpenter's Son, November 14th. Those are the 3 movies coming out that day. All right, 1 week later, I'm going to mention this one really quickly. This isn't horror at all. It is action thriller, but because I did review the first one on the channel, and I think a lot of genre fans are excited, or some of you might not even know this is getting a sequel, but it does come out November 21st, and this is Cisu, Road to Revenge. I know most people in my Facebook group are big fans of this first film, and I am very excited for, the sequel here. So if you didn't see Cisu, you got plenty of time to check it out before then. And yeah. So, all right, next up, November 26th, we're getting 4 episodes of Stranger Things. Stranger Things is finally happening, coming to an end with season 5. We'll get 3 more episodes on Christmas Day, and then the finale on December the 31st. So every episode will be airing in 2025, cutting it right down to the wire. And the last episode right now has said it's going to be released in theaters. So you will be able to catch the finale in theaters if you want to see it. But they'll probably only put it in 1 or 2 theaters because that's now how Netflix rolls. Yes, of course, super excited for this. I literally pressed play on Stranger Things Season 1 at midnight the day it released. I was a minute 1 fan. I didn't even know what the show was. None of us did. We didn't know it was going to be a phenomenon. I just thought, hey, Netflix is doing a horror series and it looks like it's 80s inspired and that seems cool. And I just so happened to be on Netflix at midnight and was like, oh, Stranger Things, cool. Yeah, I wanted to watch this. Perfect timing. Boom. Press play. There you go. Been a fan ever since. Very excited for this. I don't care how old the kids are. I don't care how long it's been. I know there's some controversy right now because of the Millie Bobby Brown thing where she's, accusing David Harbour of bullying and harassment. That sucks. I don't know anything about that. None of us really do outside of that. So I hope that gets resolved in a way that makes everything better. I don't know what to say about it right now because we don't know much. So moving on from that, Stranger Things, very excited. We'll probably see the finale in theaters, and of course we'll talk about that when it happens. All right, so December 5th, moving into December. That's everything I could find in November. Of course, if you find anything, please let us know in the comments. What are we missing? I would love to add it to the list here. All right, December 5th, as I said, we are getting a movie that Kaylee and I already got to check out at Fantasia Fest. We both were big fans of it. This movie actually might currently be in my top 10. I loved it that much. It is called The Wailing. This is a really cool film. It's a foreign film. I'm not going to say anything about it. If you want to check out our review so you can get a more in-depth look at what it's about and what our thoughts are on it, you can go check out that review. So The Wailing, not to be confused, of course, with the Korean Wailing. Nothing of the story. It's not a remake. It has nothing to do with that one. It just has the same title. All right. Also, on December the 5th, we have Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Which, yeah, I mean, we're only about a month out from that. Now, I know there's a lot of people who are just, not interested in that at all, but that will be a huge hit. When we went to the first one in theaters, it was packed, and it's always good to see a theater packed on opening night for a horror film, despite whatever that thing might be. I enjoy the first. I've seen it quite a few times now, actually, because I watched it with Kaylee. We came home and we watched it at home. We watched it with the kids. I've actually watched it with the kids again. I think I even watched it with Kaylee one more time. I think I've seen the first one 5 times now. It's kind of crazy. Of all the films that have come out in the last 2 years, I think I've watched Five Nights at Freddy's the most, which is, yeah, it's not my favorite of them, but I do enjoy it. So Five Nights at Freddy's 2, not much I need to say about that one. It's pretty self-explanatory what that is. All right, December 12th, we have the Silent Night, Deadly Night remake with good old Corey Cunningham himself taking on the character of Billy from the original. This is being brought to us by people who worked on Terrifier and the Mike P. Nelson from the recent Jason universe short. He also made that wrong turn film. Yeah, I'm super excited for this. This could be a badass Christmas slasher. If they do this right, man, this could be, a seasonal watch. This could be a classic Christmas slasher. They just need to have some really fun kills and some good work here from Rowan Campbell, which I have no doubt he'll bring something unique to this performance. I think he's a really talented actor. I really like him, obviously, in Halloween Ends. So, very, very much looking forward to this. And I hope this is a slasher that most slasher fans can get behind. Obviously, we had a huge split on Halloween Ends. I just hope that this one can resonate with a larger majority of slasher fans. So, fingers crossed. December 12th. Also December 12th, the sequel that Kaylee and I tried to get at both fests that we were a part of, and we didn't get either. And oh, guess what? It's Shudder. Once again, Shudder's always shutting me down. Fucking assholes. But this is Influencers. Big fan of the first Influencer. So I am curious to see where this goes. I don't think there's even a trailer yet for this, but as of right now, it's supposed to drop on Shudder on December 12th. So look out for that one. Despite Shudder sucking and getting back to us, I still am excited for their films regardless. All right. Also December 12th, we have the Brian Fuller, Mads Mikkelsen movie, Dust Bunny. This looked very cool. It kind of looked like a fantasy film. It just visually looked really cool, and it looks like it's this bigger budgeted fantasy epic kind of thing. Yeah, Brian Fuller, Mads Mikkelsen, horror fantasy. Sign me up. The trailer was cool. I didn't watch a lot of it. I honestly kind of ducked out on it because I was like, I've seen enough. I'm good. I'm going to this. So I was very excited to see that this comes out next month. I thought maybe this would be some next year project because most of the trailers we're getting in theaters right now are for 2026 releases. And, I was hoping some of those were coming out this year, like the Daisy Ridley zombie movie. That one comes out December 2nd. January 2nd, so that just misses this window here. But anyway. All right, this one I'm mentioning mostly because we did do a watch party for the second one. A lot of people were like, this doesn't really fit the channel, whatever. And it was just like we wanted to kind of kill two birds with one stone, so to speak, where we were trying to watch this on Christmas and also hang out with you guys. And this is the new Knives Out film, Wake Up Dead Man. So December 12th is currently packed, and that's just like horror thriller type stuff. I'm sure there's plenty of other titles that'll be coming out around this time. Moving into December 19th, which I know is the day I think Avatar releases, so this will be going up against Avatar. Good luck. This is The Housemaid with Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried. This one looks a lot like The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, except for it kind of looks like a flip of that, where the mom looks like she's the nutty one and the babysitter, or the housemaid, I guess, looks like the one that is going to be the victim. So yeah, it looks like, hopefully, it's a better version of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle than the Micah Monroe, Mary Elizabeth Winstead one that we watched on Hulu last month, because that one was fine. That one was okay. But I'm hoping for a better version of it in this Housemaid movie. And that's supposed to be coming to theaters. But as I said, I think it'll get absolutely buried, of course, under Avatar, Fire and Ash, as would any movie. Avatar, historically, has done very well at the box office, if you haven't noticed. Like it or not, those things are juggernauts in the box office. And yes, we will be seeing it. I am actually a big fan of the Avatar movies. Anyway, All right. This one I personally am not all that interested in. I probably will see it. I mean, I'll eventually watch it. Will I see it in theaters? I don't know. This is a Christmas Day release, which is kind of shocking to me, but this is the kind of remake, I guess, from the trailer. It's like a meta remake of Anaconda with Paul Rudd and Jack Black. Yeah, I mean, this trailer did very little for me, but I'll watch it. I also told Kaylee today that I might have to do a marathon of the Anaconda films, which, if I do that, there's an Anaconda Lake Placid crossover. Lake Placid versus Anaconda. Yeah, that movie exists. So if I did that, then I might have to also do the Lake Placid movies. Jesus Christ. I feel like I already did the Lake Placid movies on the channel, but I'm probably mistaken. If I did, let me know. I'm going to check after I'm done with this. At least I'm going to try to remember anyway. And then here's a movie that might come out this year. It might not. Right now, it's supposed to have had a release already in October. That doesn't bode well. This movie's called Alpha, and this one I'm actually pretty damn excited for because this is from the director of Raw and Titane, if that's how you say that title, which are very unique films. And anything that this chick does in the future directing, I'm going to be on top of, because whether I'm like crazy into the movies or not, I am always intrigued and surprised by them. So I will always take that. There's also another movie coming out called The Plague with Joel Edgerton. That looks interesting. I don't know if that has a release date, but it's supposed to be this year. I'm also hoping that the new Addams Family film, Mother of Flies, is going to get a release this year. I actually just got a DM from Toby Poser today about it. She was like, "Hey, Shudder's gonna tell us soon when our release date is, whatever." Because we've actually talked to John and Toby a few times, and we had John on the live stream. We interviewed them. Toby didn't get to make it, unfortunately, but I've communicated with her privately a few times, and hopefully, she said that Mother of Flies will also drop. So we'll see if that comes out this year. But that's everything that I could find that was like bigger named stuff. I saw other stuff as well that I just didn't think was worth mentioning. But if you want, you can go to something like upcominghorrormovies.com to see maybe some smaller films. But who knows? I mean, this always happens, right? There will be at least a few films that I totally missed or didn't even know were coming out that are, some of the best of whatever I just meant, going up against what I just mentioned. So, yeah, there you go. Plenty of stuff still to look forward to in November and December. Maybe not every single one of these will be for you, but I hope at least a few of them are something that you are looking forward to, or maybe you didn't know were coming out and now you are excited for them. So let me know if I missed something, as I said, and we will, of course, be covering all of this and more in the next couple months, and that will move us into 2026. So very much looking forward to horror forever. We will never stop. This channel does not care what month of the year it is. It is always spooky season to us. So that's that. And I'll see you in the comments. Bye.